there would be anybody on here at it's 3:45 in the morning East Coast time. Uh, I am just trying to kill time right now. I am about an hour and a half early to my appointment here. Um, I don't know, Philly cheesesteak or something like that here on America Street um, in Philadelphia, and there's nobody here. Let's see, like I said, it's about like 3:45, well 3:46 now, and my appointment ain't until 5 o'clock. Which, to be honest, I don't think anybody's gonna be here at 5 o'clock. And of course, whenever I start a live, the reefer kicks on because that's just what happens whenever I start a live or go to record a video. The reefer unit decides to kick on, and I'm right up against the concrete wall over here, so it's probably extremely loud. So I don't even know if anybody can hear me now. So I might be recording this live for nothing. Um, but yeah, we've had a somewhat exciting day today. Well, not really exciting, but we were up by Boston, delivering to Market. I think it's called Market Fresh or Market Basket. I think we were delivering to Market Basket up there in Boston area, right well north of Boston. And now I'm in Philadelphia, pretty much just doing nothing, just sitting around and waiting for these people to show up. We're pretty much, which, like I said, I don't know if they're going to be here until I would imagine like 7 o'clock in the morning. But according to the dispatcher, I'm supposed to be able to go in here and check in at 5 a.m. for them to load me, which I highly doubt it. But that's what happens at trucking. The dispatcher is always right. So after that, I'm supposed to deliver to Newark, which is only 80 miles away, but I'm not supposed to deliver till tomorrow. So if that ain't gonna happen, I'm gonna shoot over to, I guess it's Americold. I think it's Americold over there in Newark. So I'm gonna head over to Newark, and I'm just gonna see if they'll take the load. Let's see, Justin. Do you ever come to the PNW? What is PNW? Yeah, I don't know what the abbreviation for PNW means. Uh, Philadelphia, New. I don't know. I don't know what that means. But I don't know. I go lots of places, so who knows? Maybe I do go there. Oh, do I ever come out to the Pacific Northwest? Man, the last time I was out to the Pacific Northwest was probably 2016. I think the closest I got out there, maybe recently, was I went out to Montana in what was that? 2020, 2021. No, it was 2021. I think I went out to Montana. Um, Pretty much right. I was literally right outside Yellowstone National Park, and that was fun. I ended up losing an injector. Um, had the injector replaced, and then on the way back, I had another injector grenade. Well, it didn't really like grenade, but the spring pretty much. I guess yeah, the spring that's built into the injector or whatnot just kind of like disintegrated. So I pretty much drove all the way back from Yellowstone. Where was I out when the second injector decided to take a crap? I think I was out in Chicago, somewhere out there, when the second injector decided to take a crap. The spring just went loose on the injector. I guess whatever, because on the ISX I had, they're like a mechanical injector. They're not electronic like the newer ISXs. But yeah, to answer your question, that's the closest I've been out there. The last time I think I was out in Washington State was probably about 2013. Really, just never really wanted to go. Heck, I barely wanted to go to Yellowstone, but the load paid so well. It just never really paid well to go out there for me. I mean, maybe if I could bring back apples or something, but I was doing flatbed at the time, so I know I went out to the Boeing plant out there a few times with engine parts and well, with stuff for the Boeing plant, and then actually picked up engine parts, or hell, I think I picked up a whole engine one time. I think it was a military engine or something I picked up out of the Boeing plant up there, and that was all the way back in 2013. Meow. Watch out for them lot lizards. Laugh my ass off. They don't call them lot lizards where I'm at. They're just usually crackhead prostitutes. I should have freaking. I was sitting at the light over there on Erie Ave, and there was somebody at the bus stop right there. I guess Kensington. You know, right there at Erie and Kensington. You know where the L goes through, and they were, you know, waddling, you know, all over the place. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, just stay in the bus stop freaking thing, and, you know, I'll drive by you. Well, the light turns green, and I don't know if they thought I was a bus or whatnot, but then they were, like, out in the middle of the road and shit, so I just sat there and waited. And I was like, well, we're going to go over, you know, if you ever been on Erie in Philly, you have your outer lane, and then the inner lane, technically you're not really supposed to be on it. I mean, you're allowed to be, but it's pretty much for the trolley, which I don't even know if runs any fucking more. But it's supposed to be for the trolley, and I just shot over and went around the crackhead. So that's pretty much the kind of lot lizards we have around here. The ones that, you know, your little weenie will fall off after you get done with them. That's probably the lot lizards we have. I mean, you know. When I used to do AAA corporate around here, and it's funny because way back in, like, we'll say the last time I did AAA corporate was like 2012, I guess, around here. And I remember Kensington Avenue was, you know, shitty, but it wasn't like it is now. Like, it's ridiculous now. But even then, I remember sitting there, just, you know, I'd do a call and I'd drop a car off around the corner, and I'd be sitting on Kensington Avenue. And there was a nice little hoagie place I used to go to, and they'd have you get a hoagie at like any time. And I got a hoagie, and I'm sitting there eating it, and I got approached by two prostitutes, and I'm sitting there looking at them, and they couldn't have been more than like freaking cheese. I know they were not 18 years old, and we were just bullshitting. And I was like, you know, have a good one. I was just married. I wasn't just married, but I was married back then. That was my first wife, and I don't know. Back in those days, I was like, yeah, look, I got a ring. I'm married and everything, and all that. So, but you know, you could actually find pretty decent looking prostitutes back then. Now, I guess if you get a hold of them before the drugs and stuff, I don't know. I'm guessing they're probably okay, but it's that's just a whole dark world over here now. It's like Philly just turned to shit here the last couple of years. And it's sad because, like I said, I remember around 2012 or whatnot, like even you get over to like, trying to think of the Martin Luther King over there in like Northeast, like where Will Smith grew up and everything, Northwest Philadelphia and stuff. And they were actually building new stores. It was actually looking pretty legit, you know, pretty nice. You know, you didn't hear gunshots as much as you used to. Like, I'm talking about like 10 years prior to like 2012 or whatnot. And we turned around, we fucked it all up, I guess. You know, Philly was never like a beautiful, clean city, but I would say it was probably at least half decent back then. Like, I wouldn't even want to like take a like, if I was doing AAA still, I would stay as far away from Kensington as possible. I remember like the really bad part was like Chester, getting into Chester. I remember one time we got a call, and the guy's like, member states they would like service extremely fast. Shots fired down the street. Oh yeah, I'll just show up and, you know, fucking I'll get it right over there and I'll pick you up, you know. Tow your car right away from that. Well, you know. Let's see. I'm gonna try to read some of these names here. Holly, hey from Texas. Let's see. Dontast, hi from Oregon. Got my popcorn out. Now this ain't gonna be no popcorn live. Just say no. Yeah, just say no to drugs and prostitutes. That's for sure. Uh, see, thought single. You have my sub. Yeah, I mean, if you haven't never watched my channel, I mean, I don't know. I guess if you're gonna sub, I mean, I'm fine with just people just randomly subbing, but I don't know. I just don't want people to like, get the wrong impression, because this is definitely not how my lives usually go. I don't start talking about prostitutes and Philadelphia and stuff. But it's just early in the morning, and I'm just trying to kill time right now. Is really what I'm doing. I have a pickup over here. I'm supposed to be picking up, I guess, a bunch of Philly cheesesteak meat, and they're just going to store it over in Americold over in Newark. But supposedly this place is my appointment supposedly is 5 a.m. But there's nobody here, and it's just about we're about 4 minutes to 4, and I highly doubt anyone's going to show up. I'm probably going to be sitting here till like 7 o'clock in the morning, which kind of sucks because there's a school right behind me, and all the freaking like I try not to be over here around that time because it's just a freaking madhouse right here on American Street. If they were here at 5 a.m., it'll be great because I'll be able to back up, because I got to back up in the street here. I'll be able to back up, get in this door, and get the hell out of here, because technically, I don't know. I don't remember if this is the place where I blocked the street when I back up. I think I might be on the sidewalk. I don't think I'm in the street. But there's another one that's over by Huntington that's back that way. They're by Huntington Avenue, where if I back up, I'm sitting in the street and everybody has a freaking shit fit, Do I cross the country, Meow? No, I don't. It never really seemed worth it to me. Like, and even now, like if I go out to California, I'll go out to California for right now. There's rates on the board, which I'm not on the spot market. I'm a dedicated carrier for Tyson. Well, dedicated, I mean owner operator for Tyson. But if you look at the load boards and things like that, the rates that go out to California from like Pennsylvania are like 99 cents, $1.50 a mile. And these are reefer loads, so you got to pay for reefer fuel. Pretty much there's not many people's costs that are under $1.60. So pretty much you're going out to California for free, and then when you're out there, you're hoping you get a high-paying load back to the Northeast or East Coast or whatever. And it's a crapshoot. If you really want to see the state of the economy, just talk to a few truckers, or just look in the truck and get on the load boards, and you'll see what the real state of the economy is. It's freaking. I would say we get hit first because we're the first line item on any manufacturer or retail business is budget to try to cut. And I mean, when they cut shipping costs like they don't care. Either take it or leave it. So I don't really go across the country right now. They don't freaking pay shit. Thought signal. I almost got into trucking. Well, if you're going to get into trucking, don't do it right now. It's not a very good idea. I mean, depending where you live, certain parts of trucking, if you can get like a local job or something, you can make $100K a year. I would say you probably most likely average like $60,000 a year. But in some parts of the United States, it just like if you're on the East Coast here and you're like near the coast, well, not even the East Coast, like I live out in Pennsylvania, and like $100K a year, if you're really stingy and budget and don't ever like try to have like any kind of life, you could live on $100K, I guess. But if you're like really close to the East Coast, like in the Philly area and stuff, and you have kids and wife and stuff, it's $100K is it's okay. It's okay. The problem is like housing prices and stuff are skyrocketing faster than anybody's income. To take on a house right now with the way mortgage rates are, and I know they're not as bad as in the 80s and stuff, but you're talking really like big numbers right now to like get into a house. And I sure as hell don't want it with the way the economy is and how shaky things have been the last couple of years. Boom bust, and every different, just the government keeps changing, I guess you could say. It's just scary to take on like a $2,100 mortgage right now, or $2,500 mortgage right now. So, like I said, I don't know if you really want to get in trucking, you could probably do it and do all right. But it's there's a lot of places laying off right now. Uh, let's see. Adeline Grace. I don't know. I probably can't fucking read. Um, today's episode of Bonehead Truckers. Today I don't know. I don't know what today's episode of Bonehead Truckers were, but I know they just had one where freaking Swifty decided to roll his truck coming into a truck stop, and he was a trainer too, supposedly professional and everything. Um, Navalizon, Thomas, anything at all. Uh, let's see, Music King, who you'll vote for. Uh, Trump, Biden, or RFK. I don't know. I don't try to get political because everybody has their own beliefs, and as soon as you say something about who you're going to vote for, but I'll tell you this: who I'm going to vote for. I would say in general right now, it's I the presidential election really isn't fucking like doesn't really technically matter in my opinion right now. The people that matter are the senators and on both sides that have been the senators, the House representatives and stuff that have been in government now like 50, 60 years and are just like vampires just sucking off of the system. The president, I really don't think like RFK would be kind of okay. There's some issues he has, or topics that he brings up that I don't agree with. Obviously, Joe Biden is a senile. He's not running the country anyway. All right, and Trump is Trump. Do I think he'll get anything done? He says he will. He says he's going to go in there and clean house. But to be honest, unless he like looks at the Republican Party too and gets rid of a lot of people out of there, I don't think there's going to be any hope for because I would say it's turned into a ruling class, not necessarily a political party on either end. It's a ruling class. Um, this guy just literally just blew this fucking stop signs here. I don't even know how he did it. He can't see to the left. He just shot by me and just blew right through the stop sign and made it right here on I think this is Erie. Anyway, what was I saying? Try not to get like political within getting political. Um, the fundamental foundation to our system, I would say that if it's supposed to go the way it's supposed to go, is it's worked for 200 years just about. But there's people. It's a clamoring for power. We're going to have kings and queens and peasants and the lower and that's what's going to happen. That's what we're turning into. It's not whether or not it's not race. It's not any of that crap. It's who can manipulate things enough to get enough power and do their thing. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm not trying to really be political here. Everyone's got like their own psychopath like religion going on here with politics here lately, and I don't know why. It's just to me, it's more of a common sense issue. Um, but anyway, yeah, that's my take on the whole Joe Biden and Trump and RFK thing. Thought singles. I'm in Georgia. Georgia's probably pretty warm right now. It's about 50 here. Uh, 100,000. Well, in Georgia, $100,000 is decent. Food service drivers making 100K. Although I have to say though, food service, well, at least around here in the Northeast, you're gonna be freaking working for that 100K. You're gonna like, and it's gonna be stressed. At least until you are there long enough and you get like a dedicated route, uh, it's gonna suck. Because you most likely will be on the extra board every day once you first start. Let's see. Whoop, it's jumping all over the place. Cisco, Shamrock, McLean, yeah, yeah. Morning, I think. Yeah, it's morning here. Uh, yeah, Senate. Trump is having trial for that hush money. Um, I don't Trump. I don't know. He's so screwed right now, and he's playing right into their games. Like he's got a let's see. He's got the New York crap going on. He's got the Supreme Court hearing he's supposed to go to, and New York saying he can't show up to the Supreme Court hearing. So he's like in a catch-22. If he don't show up to either one of them, he loses something or goes to jail. So I don't know. It's they're just playing a bunch of games. Meanwhile, like, see, I'm not trying to pick a side really here. Let me like, if you think about it, if you're just a normal person and you had this kind of like, you were charged with something. Meanwhile, Hunter Biden's out doing what he's doing, and he hasn't. He's breaking the law, obviously. Like he's done shit that any one of us would like gone to jail like that. Um, and it's just the two-tier justice system is once you screw up a country's justice system, you basically fracture the fabric of trust between the government and the people, and that's it's getting there. Like it's like I said, it's turning into kings and queens and shit. To the dungeons. Um, let's see, Jux, IA, Max. You doing this between stops, boss? I'm just doing this. Okay. I'm just doing this, waiting for this place to open. I'm picking up cheesesteaks here on American Street, and they're supposed to be. I mean, my appointment's supposed to be for 5 a.m., but it's what 4:07 now, and this place is like dead. So I have a feeling that I'm going to be sitting here till like 7 o'clock, waiting to load. And then I'm not supposed to technically deliver today. I'm supposed to deliver tomorrow, and I'm 80 miles away from where I got to be. Um, that I'm supposed to deliver tomorrow, but I'm going to show up today and just be like, "Hey, can you unload me? Get this shit off the truck because this is the shit that Tyson's been doing to me here lately. Um, they'll run me into New York and do New York City shit in Long Island, then they'll randomly send me up past Boston, maybe into Maine, and I'm like, yeah, I got some decent miles in, easy drive, sort of. To me, it's an easy drive than being around in Philly, not Philly, but like New York City and all that shit. And then out of nowhere, they'll give me something where I'm sitting. I gotta like sit like a 24-hour layover to deliver or something stupid like that. And it just it ruins your monthly settlement or your weekly settlement. I mean, let's see, Jax. I am 29, unemployed, no skills. Been thinking about trucking. Well, that sounds about like what everyone gets into trucking. The only thing I ask that is you do get into trucking that you do it right. You learn as much as you can, and you try to be professional about it because we already have enough people out here that um, I call them Walmart door greeters or Walmart associates that they want to go from $600 a week to making like $1,200 a week, and they treat this like an Uber gig. You know what I mean? They don't they'll like, I hate the people that walk out that have like shit all over their shirts. They got sandals on, and they're wearing pajamas. Um, like if you're gonna show up for work, show up for work. Do your job good. Try not to kill anybody, and be proud of what you do. Don't just treat this like some low life shit. Well, it's turning into that. I know it's turning like trucking is turning into low life shit. I don't like even view it as blue collared anymore. I view it as a last chance choice. It's turned into, and it shouldn't turn into that because it's dangerous. It's dangerous. We shouldn't have shit like that going on, and we shouldn't be viewed as like the scum of the earth. Like our heyday was when us was during the pandemic when supposedly everyone relied on us, and we're back to where we were prior to the pandemic, I would say, with how people view truck drivers. Uh, where am I from, brother? Sullivan's. I'm from. Technically, I grew up outside Philadelphia in a suburb called Levittown, not the New York Levittown, but the Pennsylvania Levittown, Bucks County. and I'm pretty much from this area. Like I know Philly. Well, I used to know Philly like the back of my hand, but like I know this area really well. So I'm pretty much right around from here. Let's see, Max London. You going coast to coast or what's the general route? My general route, I think I go far south is maybe Georgia once in a while. Very rarely do I get into Georgia, but I do. And I go far north as Maine, like Bangor, Portland, Maine. West, let's see, Indianapolis, um, Kentucky. But I haven't been out there. Like I do, recently, I was out to uh, Indianapolis area, but that was the farthest west I've been in a long time. But usually I'm stuck here lately here in the Northeast, mostly doing New York City and shit. Is really what it's been. So I'm more of a, I guess you want to call it a regional kind of driver. Pottsdale. Is there any trouble for early arrival? No, no. There's nobody gives a crap about early arrival. I mean, I guess they just care about you being on time, really. Watch an old man grow. Hello, greedy. Let's see. I wish I was a trucker. Papa was a trucker. I mean, like I said, back in the day, being a trucker, like I said, it was viewed as like a blue collar gig. I mean, you were right up there with welders and everything, mechanics, and now, like I said, it's kind of like the ruling class kind of things going on. It's the people that are getting these, and I'm not saying everyone, but people like I've known people that have gone to certain colleges, not all the colleges, but have gone to certain colleges. We'll say like Rudders or what is it, Rutgers and stuff like that over here in New Jersey. That after they've gone out of college and they were generally decent friends and stuff, but after college they just were totally different people. They didn't want to hang out anymore. They were like, I'm better than you kind of mentality. And it kind of, it wasn't initially like right off the bat, but you could see the way they changed, and their thoughts of things changed. And like I said, I think we're grooming people to, not have that like I guess I grew up like, as long as you're doing things on your side of the fence, that's your business and stuff like that and everything like that. The old American way where, freedom was free for the most part as long as you weren't bothering anybody or really, screwing up their family. And now like I said, it's just weird. How things have changed and people are just nasty and mean. Like me, I'll generally be friendly to anybody until it's like what Martin Luther King said. Don't judge people by the color of skin, but the content of their character. And I try to hold that pretty fast. Like the content of someone's character. And it's just like people's content of their character today have just gone like nasty. It's all me and everything. There's no like community. There's no us. There's literally people that hate this country that they live in, and they've never been anywhere else. I mean, I haven't really gone too many different places, but I can tell you that I've been to other places that you're very privileged here, compared to other places around the world. Uh, and it just I don't know. It just makes no sense. I could get in it all day long, but it ain't gonna help talking about it. Shit's screwed up as it is. All right, where was I? Papa. Okay. Watch an old man grow. Were we going to be going? I don't know what that means. Let's see. Jax, damn dude. You ever seen any ghosts? Now, I don't really. I mean, I believe in spirits and stuff like that. Like I kind of been raised somewhat religious, but Whoops! I was seeing what the heck it was. You know what I wish? I wish when you clicked on people, you could invite them into the live. Um, let's see. Watch an old man grow. I have a joke. Would you rather now read my name? What, your whole name? Watch an old man grow, or a knee grow. Oh, I get it. Yeah. Sidewall, Mister. Did you take any kind of drugs to make you awake? Those days, those are all old days. Like right now, trucking, you can't do really anything. I guess the only thing you do is, if you want, you take coffee, frozen coffee, Dunkin' Donuts, caffeine. But other than that, this ain't the old cowboy days. Uh, the old cowboy days, what drivers used to do is they would take toothpicks and a little bit of water and they put cocaine in it, and they would soak the toothpicks in water and just suck on the toothpick the whole time. That was the like their nicotine thing back in the day. So, but those days are all dead and gone. Sad part is sometimes with the way things have been going, at least the drivers I've been seeing out here and everything, it was probably safer back then than it is now. Um, like I said, back then it was more of a mentality of like professionalism, trying to do your job. Um, I guess you still had the like the idiots that were doing eight balls and stupid crap back then, but um, the regulations and everything stopped all that. So if you're thinking that, the truck driver next to you is like high off his rocker, that's, well, all right, they might be high depending on certain truck drivers, but they ain't gonna be like hopped up on meth or coke usually. I mean, it does happen, and they usually get caught very quickly. But for the most part, this industry is very um, safe for the most part when it comes to drugs. They are very. We get drug tested all the time. We get randoms all the time. You're drug tested when you start. You get in an accident, you're drug tested. You're just drug tested nonstop. There was a period of time where I was drug tested within a 3 month period, like 4 times. They'll just randomly pick you out a couple times, I guess, throughout the year or out your career, and they'll drug test the hell out of you. Uh, I know there for a while, the one company I was with, every time you went on a vacation, for some reason, like they would end up drug testing you, which Jackson, I just made fun a disability. I just made fun a disability man. Max London. I got a lot of respect for you guys out there on the road. Thanks for answering my question, sir. No problem. Um, I tell you what, not many people have a lot of respect for us. Hell, even the people in this industry, even trucking, even truck stops don't have any respect for us. I just tried to get a POL printed out the other day at TA, and they pretty much told me to go f myself, because I guess it was too hard to open an email up and print a piece of paper out for them, even though I spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars there every year. Thought signal. Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for this talk. The life of trucking. Yeah, I mean it's. See, I'm not really like out every night. I go home a good amount of times, but I mean, it's just something that has to be done. But it's not just trucking. There's hundreds of thousands of jobs where there's guys that are on the road that don't see their wife and kids for weeks, maybe months. Like I did utility poles, and you get these linemen and stuff, and they make they're doing overtime, they're doing a lot of storm work, they make $200,000 a year, 250,000 a year, but they're freaking on the road like the whole year, and especially when you get like bad storms. There's a lot of jobs that are out there like that if they just didn't, if people didn't sacrifice their time with their family, like this whole country, the whole world would fall apart, to be honest with you. um and like I said, that gets back to like the people that I know that have, some people that I know that have gotten college degrees from certain colleges and stuff. They, like I said, their whole demeanor to people, they'll tell their kid, the people that I'm talking about are the ones that are like tell their kids like, oh, see that guy over there welding, they don't know how much they make, but Really, that guy in that welding building, he's like some dirtball. Don't make sure you go to college and work in an office. Don't ever be like him. And that guy fucking up on that damn building might be making like 150 to $200,000 a year and has no student loan debt. You know, but now he's a dirtball. He's just a waste of life. There's like I said, there's some truck drivers out here that there's some owner operators that they it's not like it used to be, but before, like if you were an owner operator in the early 90s and 80s and stuff, you were making good money. You bought like a $300,000 house back then. Had 5, 10 acres. Um, you were making as much as lawyers probably back then. But it's just those days are gone. A lot of immigration and stuff has changed that. When you bring people in that are third world and they don't want to assimilate to the American culture, and they're fine like living, in a shack, and now they're living in a truck, so they got air conditioning and stuff, which is great for them. They don't care about, as long as they can send some money home back over to the country and stuff. They'll take whatever they want. They ain't gonna fight. And technically they're getting taken advantage of. I'm not trying to blame them or anything, but they're getting taken advantage of. And then it also takes advantage of us too. It's not that I don't like I believe everybody deserves a chance if they do it the right way, but it's not like how it used to be. Like go back years ago. If you go back to like when my grandparents came here, my great great grandparents. Well, one, they were kind of like running away from World War II, but they came here and they learned English. The American flag was like, you know, they were proud. They were proud to come here. They learned English. They taught my grandparents English. Um, they still kept their old cultures and stuff. Like we're technically I'm all mixed, but majority of my family are Polish. We still have pierogies and all that stuff, halapki, and everything, and it just they were proud to be here and they wanted to become an American, but they were still Polish. Like and it ain't like they threw anything away. Now when you watch the news or you hear anything, you're like, oh, you're not allowed to take your culture here and stuff. I mean, you are, but you still have to assimilate to be an American. You can't just take whole neighborhoods and turn it into like they don't take whole neighborhoods and just like if you go out to like Dearborn and stuff like that, there's whole that you don't even know if you're in America anymore. The street signs aren't even in English anymore. Um, and when you start doing that, are you really part of a country? You still got to have some kind of identity, one focused group of identities. And then what happens when a bigger group starts taking up more space in a certain area? Are they going to allow another group to, do what they want and stuff? I mean, it just causes problems, and that's what America was supposed to be, a melting pot, not everybody bring their own culture here and try to fight over who's better and who's worse and everything like that. It's just I don't know. And the problem is, I don't know, people take offense to everything anymore. Like you can't. They're when you say common sense means two people come together and they might not like each other, they might not 100% agree on everything, but they can kind of see where if we don't follow the path, it's gonna mean total anarchy and chaos, and you still got to follow some kind of, like in nature. Even nature has laws. You still got to follow a certain path for things to work out right. You can't just everybody can't just come together and say we're right. There's still it's like physics. Stuff has a law and order to it. And when you don't follow that, you have what you have now. Just total everyone feeding off of their feelings, I guess you could say. All right, yeah, like I said, I'm trying to stay out of politics here because nobody really likes politics anymore. It's gotten so like nasty. Um, but I keep coming to it pretty much. You're straightforward and honest. It's the type of personality that can help grow. Grow a community. Thank you for. But the problem is though, there's people out there that would think of my honesty and I'm trying to think what right word to call it. Um, direct, direct action, honesty and direct action per se, or at least able to look at a situation and take two valid points and arguments and kind of combine them into, like I said, there's even in nature there's laws that have to be followed, and you can apply it. You can apply it both ways. And the problem is everybody's fighting over the same trophy, and there's two trophies. And they're disregarding the other trophy because it's not shiny enough. I don't know how. I'm trying to make it a decent analogy out of it. And the problem is we're still all Americans. We all live here. We all live in this vast area, but we've been manipulated to hate each other. And it never used to be like that. Like I don't remember when I was really young, back in the early '90s and stuff. I don't remember none of this left and right bullshit and everything. And I don't remember people burning American flags or ripping them down. I have a buddy that lives out near Washington D.C. and he can't put an American flag out because his neighbors are ripping them the hell down and stuff. And it's Washington D.C. Like if you can't put a flag up in Washington D.C., you got a problem with your country, you know? Um, it's just stupid stuff like that that scares me for my children and stuff. And the order of what used to be here is like gone. um and we just allow people to do whatever they want now too. Like if you go into like Chicago and stuff and watch people drive, and the nonsense and crap that go on uh in Chicago and Detroit and stuff, and even now Philly too. Like especially Philly. Like I used to talk to somebody because we used to do cars for narcotics. We'd pick up cars and stuff, and you talk to some of the older cops that used to be here. Like they had a serial rapist over here, and somewhere over like around this back in like the '80s and whatnot. And one of the guys used their niece for bait, and they caught the guy. All right, and let's just say, no, without going into detail, the guy got justice. All right. You might not have read about it. You might have not seen no court hearings or anything, but the guy got justice. All right. And that's how things used to be taken care of. It was like a respect and fear, a yin and a yang. And now things are so screwed up. Like with police, I don't even trust cops anymore. And I have respect for most of them, but a lot of them have their own. Like I said, it's gone into the whole uh, kings and queens kind of monarchy, thing. Uh, you would more than likely have a cop give an elderly lady a hard time not pulling over right or something than you would someone actually committing like a real crime, because the cops can't do nothing about it. It's just not worth them to get shot at and killed and stabbed and stuff now, because as soon as they lock those people up, they're going to be right back out in the street anyway. So what they're going to do is basically the cops have turned into a tax enforcement agency for the most part. They're a tax enforcement agency. They pull you over and they tax you because you're not going to pull a gun on them. There's no danger or anything. And yeah, the real criminals, I guess when they're really doing stuff bad, shooting and stuff, yeah, obviously the cops have to do something. But for the most part, there's all kinds of crimes that go on that they don't bother with anymore. And it didn't used to be like that. It used to be, you had to fear a cop because you don't know if after that cop got done with you, if you were actually going to go to the jailhouse or you were going to go over here to the swampland underneath the Gerard Point Bridge and disappear. You didn't know that. We gave the cop a hard enough time, or we're doing fucked up stuff enough that, the R word, I'm probably not even allowed to say it, technically on YouTube. But, if you're doing shit like that, you just disappeared. You disappeared, But those days are long gone. Now it's the criminals have more say than we do, because guess what? They probably don't have any money if they do get locked up. So as far as the justice system's concerned, they don't want to deal with them because they ain't making any money off of it. So, well, we actually had a Jeep pull up here, so that's a good sign. At least there's some kind of people here showing up at 4:30. So maybe I will be able to get loaded at 5 o'clock, which is fine by me. Because, like I said, I want to get out of here before everyone starts showing up. There's a school behind me and everything else. Let's see. CJ game. What are we talking about? I don't know. I'm just people are mentioning things, and I'm going off on my own little rant. And I'm not trying to not trying to be political here, but it keeps coming to that. I guess because people keep mentioning political things. I don't know if you guys can hear me. The reefer just kicked on, and I got like a concrete wall kind of next to me, so it's kind of reverbing very loud. It's usually pretty quiet, but Scammer Skull, what's up, boy? Let's see. How long have you been trucking? I've been trucking since 2013. I've got my CDL back then. Bobby Blue. Meth is the only thing that keeps me going on the road. Yeah, well, I'm sure it is or isn't, but I have no idea how you haven't been caught with a. That's true. It's very hard to believe because you know how many freaking randoms I've gotten in the last. Well, let's see. Yeah, the last year already. So the beginning of this year, I've had 3 or 4 randoms. It's church, y'all. What does my hair smell like? Potatoes, even after I shower. I don't know. You're gonna have to ask Google that. I sure as hell wouldn't know why your hair smells like potatoes. Shit. I tell you what, some of this YouTube live stuff's funny. You better not go to a P Diddy party. Yeah, that's for sure. That whole freaking situation. That's right there. I bet you you're gonna find him dead. All right, because they already said that he was an informant for the FBI and stuff. It's gonna be the same bullshit like what happened with I forgot that guy's name already. We all know who I'm talking about. The pedophile guy. That supposedly killed himself with cameras that are rolling that just decided not to work, and two guards sleeping, and you know, just so many variables that you know come up all together at one little point. All right, we got another truck here. Let's see, Max London. There's some crazy stories about some guys on driver teams. If you find yourself curious, boss, check it out. The Chris Trucker saga on Red X. Okay. It's Spider High. PP. I don't know what that means, Danny. Alex A stepped. He subbed. Let's see. ASR as. What is the subject about? I don't know. We're just talking, really, just trying to kill time at what, freaking 4:30 in the morning. What's your feelings about the religious crowd and rationality? To be honest, religion. I think everybody's free to, like, for the most part, honor whatever religion you want. The part, like I said, I have the kind of mentality that if it's on your side of the fence and it's not necessarily like you're not sacrificing people or doing any kind of, you know, we know what they do over in the Middle East to girls and stuff like that. If you're not doing any of that stuff, then, you know, you're free to do what you like. The one religion that I hate, that I don't know why they call it Christian or Catholic, is those scumballs that show up at like soldiers' funeral. I forget what the name of those retards are. Like this guy, he freaking already walked up here in the office. Like, I hate some of these truck drivers. Like, they're so ignorant. They know this place ain't open. He's walking around in his flip-flops and his freaking shit. And he's like already trying to bother this dude. It's like, really, I think he's waiting at the bus stop over here. I think that's who he just bothered. Some guy waiting at the bus stop. And he's already trying to, like, get loaded. And he even looked at me like, wouldn't you think I would be getting loaded right now if they were open? Like, that mentality is what, like, it's just that's the same mentality that's screwing up everything. The ignorant mentality. All right, before I get off on that tangent, what was I talking about? Religion. Yeah, those bastards that freaking go to like soldiers' funerals and curse them out and stuff. I think we should just line those guys up, like, against the wall somewhere and take care of that. They're not Christians. They're not whatever or anything. And I don't know. I'll get in the abortion thing. It's going to piss some people off because technically I was raised Roman Catholic. Um, but since we are in America here, I think the states should be the ones that decide. I think that's kind of the right way to probably do it. So it's not like totalitarian way. So each state has their own decisions about abortion. Uh, Personally, it is what it is. I shouldn't necessarily have a say about anything. God in the end is going to judge you regardless. At least that's how the Bible's supposed to go and everything like that. Um, if you want to take that into your own hands and do that, I mean, I guess I would say people have a right to disagree with you on that, but I don't think anybody has a right not to force you either way in either direction. Um, but like Jesus said, I forget how the actual sayings go, but anyway, thou who cast the first stone shall, reflect no sin or something like that. Um, Everybody has some kind of sin. It might not be as bad as another, but in the end, I feel God is going to judge people. Now, I mean, I guess if they're like blatantly going out there, especially like I do think there should be a term limit for it. You shouldn't have like a full grown baby and be like smashing it on the ground and be like, yeah, like if we think like mold and mildew in Mars or something, or bacteria that's from some other planet is life, then obviously we should think that something's growing inside an actual human body is life. Like I don't get that whole argument. But like I said, I don't like getting in that because it's really touchy. People get like whacked out about it. When I said you can really look at it in both directions, and there should be like a happy median. You're not going to be able to control everybody. There's just going to be people that are just good and bad people in the world, and society usually takes care of that on its own. That's what society was there for. Society should take care of, it's just like how everyone says, oh, there's Nazis everywhere. No, there isn't. You freaking know how hard it is for those people to do anything? That's why they live out in freaking shithole Hickvilles and stuff like that, because they're ostracized. Society takes care of that stuff. Right? There's always going to be evil people in the world, but society takes care of that. And the problem is we've made society taking care of that illegal. And like I said, there's natural laws to things, and we're dictating them for political power. All right, and that's what we're doing right now. All right, all you guys subbing, don't get used to this, because this ain't a political channel. Maybe I'll start. I do kind of have like a second channel, but like the political and world view things, this ain't really normal, because you can get yourself in trouble on YouTube. And I spent a long time getting up to I think I'm at the almost 14,000 subs. And the problem is, you say the wrong thing, next thing you know, YouTube is coming after you, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to ruin this channel. So, if you came here and you think this is going to be all political and my views on life and stuff, it's not going to be like this all the time. So, it's mostly going to be trucking, and maybe when I get angry enough, I'll get into politics. But like I said, I'm just trying to kill time right now, and I don't want to get myself in trouble with anybody, because I try to follow like the center line kind of mentality. But I'll pretty much side with whoever I feel is right, and I think that's what a lot of people aren't doing anymore. They're getting on to like it's like football. All right, there are times I hate Dallas. All right, I'm an Eagles fan. Obviously, I hate Dallas. I hate the Jets and stuff. But there are times when you could look at players and certain times the team and stuff and be like, wow, they did a good job, and you can appreciate them, even though technically you hate their team, and that's kind of the mentality that we've kind of thrown out the window here in politics. All right, there is common sense things, but like there's one side it's totally brainwashed, and the other side it's moving like a tortoise. All right, in fact, most of them ones on the other side are right with the brainwashed ones, because they want to have all the nice things said about them in the newspaper, and they want to go to those cool parties. And like I said, it's kings and queens bullshit going on again. The whole reason that we've had the Constitution and we started this country is to get away from all that nasty BS, and then we're going right into it. It's just nobody's wearing a crown, that's all. It's money has been turned into the new crown. Money and power, and building a giant fence around your community and shit like that. Oh, here I'm falling right behind in the comments here. All right, Joe Yem subbed. Adeline's feelings about the religious crowd. Okay, I just wrote that. Talked about that. Trucking is for losers. Well, there you go, P Diddy. Trucking is for losers. Well, right there probably answered everyone's question there. Let's see. Hello, Adeline. I don't know if I agree with that. Conflict seems to be natural state of things. History proves as much. I don't know if I agree with that. Conflict seems to be that natural state of things. History proves as much. All right, I don't know if you're kind of agreeing with it. There's some kind of natural force that goes in a certain direction or not. You mean is there points in history where certain people didn't stand up or do like? All right, here's the thing. All it takes in the world for things to go bad is if you ever heard about the guy. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say his name on YouTube, to be honest with you. That's like how screwed up YouTube is. But the guy that did the bad things in Germany, all right, back in 1939 and whatnot. During World War One, there was a point where there was him and an actual British soldier were out in a field, and just so happens the bad guy in Germany dropped his rifle or lost his rifle, and he didn't have a rifle on him. And the British soldier actually had, his rifle pointed at him, and out of humanity, which this is so effed up, out of humanity, let him go. Didn't shoot him. And I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that. Who knows? I might have just ruined his life. At least monetarily wise, or who knows, they might take it down or whatever. But anyway, he wasn't shot. And it would have saved the world a lot of problems, if you know what I mean. It would have saved a lot of people. And, that little act of humanity caused the death of hundreds of thousands of people. It's just how, like I said, the natural line of things is just how weird shit goes, all right? Just by history things. And we should, instead of destroying history, whether it's bad or good or whatnot, we should have all that in our faces all the time. Like there's a civil war. I'm near Gettysburg, all right? Yes, there's the South generals are represented there and everything, but you don't see people out there like praising them or anything. They're just there. There was a turbulent time in the United States, and that both sides felt they were right, and that's what made this country this country like that. If we didn't have that, we would not be anywhere near like the point that we're at right now. And like I said, it's starting to crumble, all that. We used to think we were the greatest. We used to take pride in building things. Like you look at all the older buildings like in Philadelphia and stuff, and you see the architecture and the pride and everything that people put into it. And you look at new stuff and how it's falling apart and everything. I mean, it's falling apart. Eventually, if you don't take care of it, it will. But it's just like there's no pride in anything. There's no like I could be doing the shittiest job ever, but I'll still have some kind of pride or want it to look right. I want somebody to be like, wow, that guy actually did his, actually helped, made my day better, I guess you could say. But there just isn't that anymore. All right, like I said, I'm not reading any of his comments really. You look geeky. Yo, Jack. This message is held for view. Personally inappropriate message held for review. Well, what the heck's the review? When am I allowed to review that? I want to see what kind of crazy stuff. Oh, what the hell? Why the hell would that be held for review? FDOT? Sure. Hell yeah, I don't care. What the heck would I have a problem with that? You talk a lot but say nothing. Well, that's, that's your opinion. Ken, Marcus lives in a house of 40 family members. Holy crap. That would not fly over very well for me. I lived in a house. I was pretty much like an only child. My brothers were all grown up and pretty much out by the time I was born. Um, Sweet Jesus. Somebody on YouTube. I don't know why. All right, let me try to skip some of these comments here. Let's see. Max London. Hey, Big Hoss. I'm looking to head to bed now. Yep, I'm subscribed. No problem. I would go to bed too at the shit. Well, I don't know if you're West Coast. I guess if you're West Coast, it's what's it? Probably like 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I would be in bed too. See, Roman money. I come from Germany. Oh, hell yeah. Oh yeah, well, I forgot. When you go live here like this, you get everybody from all over the place. Let's see, Max London. Be happy to turn into the next live. Yeah, no problem. I mean, like I said, my lives are usually about trucking. This is just me literally killing time, and I usually don't do portrait because, like I said, you get all kinds of people from all over the place, and most of them are just trolls for the most part, which I'm fine to have. Like I said, difference of opinion, right? See, do you mean vegans? We talk about vegans. Let's see. That show up at funerals. Let's see, Josh. I've got my CDL to drive in NZ though. Oh, so you're interstate. See, people having their own conversation down in here. What do I haul? I haul chicken, beef. Pretty much meat products. Tyson. Tyson Foods. See, Divine, do you fold your balls like a gay? Let's see. Like I said, people turn this into their own little conversation down here in the comments. David, a friend one told me that courts only want your time or your money. Well, usually they get your money because they're taking your time away. What time is it? 4:48. Tell us what the small hats are up to. A million people. I was told history is written by the victors. That is true. But then again, usually, well, I guess as long as the victors didn't R and pillage everything and destroy an entire culture, usually the culture is still able to document their history. So, I mean, we do still have two sides of every story, and that's the only good thing about archaeology and stuff. Technically, that's what archaeology is for. It's to find two sides of every story. But to be honest, at any point in history, there's always two sides that are technically evil, to two people. I mean, you really can't have a developing society unless there's some kind of conquering mentality, because if you don't have that, eventually some wild, look at Attila the Hun. If you didn't have some kind of, like the Romans and whatnot, some kind of conquering mentality to go against Attila the Hun, we would all be Attila the Hun. Well, technically we already all are, just due to the the hard R. We'll say the hard R that Attila the Hun did. So it's just, like I hear a lot of people talk about the Christian Crusades and all that. Well, that whole, on both sides there was atrocities performed, and well, I guess all you have to say is the half decent side won, or I'm sure a lot of people would not be here right now, and I could tell you what, the rainbow flag people definitely wouldn't be here. So, I mean, if you want to go against, like I said, that don't make no sense to me either with the stuff like that. You're going to hold up a group of people which have the right to do what they want to do, but yet that same people goes against another group that you're holding up. And I can't wrap my head around how that makes any sense. To me, it's like a catch-22. David, America has lost its way. Yes. Your quote was removed. Well, it sure wasn't me. Did you visit? I don't like see some of this. I don't know if these people are just commenting in this thing because I don't know what they're even talking about. Uh, see Joshua. Oh, nice. I haul machinery. Yeah, I used to do flatbed. I actually like flatbed a lot more. It's very more entertaining too to document on YouTube. A whack ass rich logistics company got me sitting around for nothing. I hate being a company driver. Well, what's new? Um, and the worst part about it is you're probably not getting paid for your time. Let's see, David. David, I prefer example. Oh, geez, somebody keeps commenting. I prefer example is Nikola Tesla was robbed, but history only writes about. Okay, Thomas Edison. Well, you're right. Well, you know what? I would say because Nikola Tesla. See, the problem with Thomas Edison. Let's see. When I did some research about this, when I was like, I don't know, I think I did a paper in high school, and what I came back to is, for some reason, the government was heavily in on that. Like I think Thomas Edison had a lot of connections within the government, and also he had a better PR campaign. He ended up getting, he went to newspapers, he did a lot of crap, and that's the real reason what happened with Nikola Tesla. I mean, it wasn't that Nikola Tesla didn't do anything great. He had a lot of his inventions stolen and stuff. He just somehow did not get the PR campaign that Edison did. And it kind of sucks because there's a lot of shit that Tesla and Edison, like if they would have actually worked together, there was a point where they we're supposed to work together. If they would have actually worked together, who knows what kind of like crazy shit we would have right now, to be honest with you. But a lot of it was, Edison came up with a few good ideas, and then the rest of it was just stolen. He pretty much applied his, if he tried something himself and it didn't work, he just decided to take a stolen idea and do his own thing. What was it? I think when the light bulbs came out too, like we had two different forms of light bulbs. We had one where you didn't have to screw them into the socket for different. You have to screw them in. You could just push them in, and they'd click in. Like there are certain ideas that just got adapted, and like I said, a lot of that had to do with connections within the government, I think. And probably, I know he also donated a lot of money to certain parties and things like that too. Are you a celebrity? Am I a celebrity? Do you mean? Oh, I don't know. Unless you're thinking I'm part like Tim Gentry here, that's sure as hell not. I mean, I've been told I look like him with glasses or without glasses. I don't know, but I can't read if I don't have these on. What's my name? What your name? What, I'm not. I don't give that out. There's too much BS in YouTube land to give that out. Because next thing, if I give my actual name out, I'll have people looking my crap up, seeing if I owe taxes and all kinds of weird crap. Like YouTube trucking community gets a little whacked out sometimes. So I think I'm actually going to be able to put in the door here. Hey.
You're going to pick it up the evening.
Yeah, I'm picking up going to Newark. Yeah.
Yeah, you are the first. So I need you park in center on the line, okay?
Park on that side?
No, here, center on the line.
Oh, center on the line? Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
The office opens 6:30.
6:30.
Go to the paper and then go to this side.
Okay, all right. All right, no problem.
Thank you so much.
Yep. I don't know how parking in the middle of the road is supposed to help us, but I guess it is somehow. I would think you would want me to park like off the shoulder of the road here. And just like I said, this guy right here, so he knows the guy just walked out and told me the same thing, but he's just gonna back all the way up here. All right, you're gonna see his trick. He's gonna back all the way up here. So hopefully he backs all the way up so I can get in front of him. But most likely he's probably gonna stop like right here, and then I'm gonna have to try to weave my way around him between the cars to my right here and him. But we'll see if he has any brain power. or common courtesy, I guess you could say. All right, well, I kind of got the nod, so I guess he does have some kind of common courtesy here. See, I don't know. The center of the road here is not really the center of the road. Like, I'll show you. I don't know how the hell. Maybe for a car, this could be considered center of the road. But what I'm wondering is what's going to happen once the school buses and shit. Because I don't know if the high school. I think there's a high school farther down the road. And once the high school gets out or starts coming in and shit, it's going to be a tight fit for the buses. With us sitting here in the center, but. Hey, you got your CD on back there in the T680? Or T600? Like, I don't want to back up into you, that's the only thing. That's not. So, this is the center of the road, apparently. So, I don't know. I would have thought sitting on the side there would have been a safer spot. Plus, he also said they're not here till 6:30. So, yeah. So, 5 o'clock appointment, and they're not here till 6:30. So, I'm waiting around for no reason. Really, is what I'm doing here right now. All right. So we're all are you a celebrity? Celebrity? Blah 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 blah. P Diddy. Accused, yes, he is. He's accused of that S trafficking. Like I said, I don't know. I freaking can't say shit on YouTube because God forbid that too. Like, we've totally taken out like the adult equation because gosh forbids we hurt anybody's feelings. Can't even talk the truth anymore because you might get demonetized or kicked off YouTube. So how are you even supposed to tell people that these evil acts are happening? You know? Toss my pizza with your toes. Brother, hungry. Man, there's some crazy... Well, I also got to remember, what is this? Like I said, it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. Like, what kind of people are going to be on YouTube right now? He owes Tesla $50,000. He probably owes Tesla a lot more than $50,000 for the transformer he made and bet with Tesla. Tesla quit and dug ditches. Yep, instead of building a power plant. Yep, every mile or so with copper as thick as your arm for power cables. Well, what Tesla wanted to do is, you know how we have power lines and stuff now. He figured he could keep a charge like in the air by using, I think, like a magnetic polarities. By switching magnetic polarities, he figured he could transport electricity through the air. I guess like lightning or whatnot, instead of using power lines, because technically power lines are very over long distances. Power lines are very inefficient, not efficient. But if Tesla would have done that, I think we'd have all been using direct current instead of alternating current too, if I remember correctly. He wanted to use direct current. Direct current is more efficient. The problem is direct current loses amperage over long, like it just builds up too much heat over long spans of wires and stuff like that. I don't know. Don't quote me, because if you go on Google, it'll probably say it a lot better. This is just off the, like, I haven't talked about crap like this since. Like, I don't know, I'm just a freaking truck driver without a college degree, put it that way. Like, I don't have to remember all this crap that I've ended up learning about or studying for I don't know, no reason, just to do it. Once you find out your calling in life and that you're not going to get anywhere, you kind of just let all this shit go by the wayside. Um, the way I would put it is I wasn't extremely book smart, like I suck at spelling and shit like that. But street smart, like learning about like things that nobody really needed to learn about, like stuff like that with Tesla and what they were trying to do. Nobody cares about that stuff. Like, I mean, you learn that stuff. You'll watch Discovery Channel or you'll read about it. You'll go through encyclopedias. You'll read some stuff in the encyclopedia, but nobody gives a crap. School don't care if you know that crap. They don't. They don't. All they want to make sure is you pass your PSAs, or and your SATs and shit. They don't care if you have an idea to, make free energy and stuff like that. We basically conditioned our kids to become obedient employees. Is really what we did. Let's see, old odd truck. Well, how can I message? Oh, message retracted. Okay, I thought it was deleted. Power plant. Yep. Hit the like button, guy. Yeah, I guess hit the like button. I mean, like I said, I'm not trying to come out here with anything real particular. I'm just talking, really. Like I said, killing time. Uh, which I'm definitely going to put in for detention here is what I'm going to do, because I'm going to say that I was here at 5 o'clock and they didn't even open till freaking 6:30. So at least I'll get like $40 an hour here. See, Daryl. Well, he ain't getting paid. Then now we're. People that need to be taken out. I don't know what the heck that was all about right there. Come on, every time I try to freaking run the screen up, it clicks on somebody. Hello, Amber. Hello. Was a Bish. I don't know what the heck they're saying there. DC was Edison, baby. Well, there you go. I know someone was fighting about DC and AC there. But like I said, even when you go to that aspect, if if Edison would have had his way and had the right connections, like I said, we would have been. I don't know how it would have worked, but we would have been all off of DC too. But that right there basically proves that like the better idea won, I guess you could say. But still, he still got screwed. Tesla still got screwed. I don't know. It's just the way shit goes sometimes. To the spoils go to the winner the spoils go to. Let's see. No respect for him, David. But we use Tesla stuff every day. If we listened, we would be in the Jetsons age. Yeah, we probably. Well, I don't know about the Jetsons age, but we definitely would have had some more interesting stuff. Maybe we wouldn't have the problem we have now with our power grid. But you know what? Even that power grid, that right there was more like everything else. We don't take care of shit anymore. Like, look at some of these other countries that were able to build these vast tunnels and things like that. Like China, sure, China might build, like, their shit might be junk that they build, but they still get things done, like, like that. They're still, and some things that they do build are, like, pretty magnificent. Jeez. But for God's sakes, down here in Philly, 95, they had a tanker truck fire and like burned the overpass, and it's only maybe like an 80-foot wide overpass, and it's been over a year, just about a year now, almost, or like 8 months or something, and they're still screwing around with it. Like, if this was like China or some other country that gets shit done, they would have had the overpass already there, like the beams and everything already set up, pre-built just about. They would have brought it there in the middle of the night, ripped the old one down, and had a new one sitting there by like 10 o'clock in the morning. Like, it would have took them a day or two to rebuild. Instead, they're dicking around. Somebody's laundering money probably out of the fund, because that's what they do. They hire these contractors and shit, and they just take their sweet ass time, and there's certain connections and stuff that they do, and they just launder the money out of the account, and it somehow makes its way back into a politician's pocket somehow, either through some LLC or whatnot, or even through stock options. It's just like I said, all of our tax money is being laundered. It's like the mafia without the it's like the mafia without the mafia keeping your neighborhood clean, and actually protect. Well, I wouldn't say sometimes you need a protection from them, but that's my opinion on how things are freaking going right now. Uh, like that one guy said, I'm saying a lot without actually saying anything. I keep going way off topic. Although there really isn't a topic to be had, to be honest with you. I am God chat. Okay, we have a God. All right, I guess he's saying if he's going to go into Bible verses and stuff, I have no idea what the hell he's talking about then. Christian Church, BYS, Cole, not the same. David, unions with kickbacks. Yeah, that too. Unions are, to be honest, I don't know. I was in 2 unions before, and when your union rep pulls up in a Lambo, and you know that there's another. All right, so I was part of. I don't know. I think it was the. What was that? Was that the Bakers Union or a mechanical? I don't know. They just threw us in with a union because I used to haul for Bimbo Bakeries, which was Stroman and everything, and they had a union. But the Reading version of that union, their pension went totally bankrupt. They basically squandered the freaking pension money. But then the same part of that union, like the different sect of it, but they still share money together. They were trying to recruit us to become union again. And we show up, and like I said, the union rep, the guy that was representing us, whatever, literally showed up in a freaking Lambo. It was maybe like a 5-year-old Lambo, but it's still a Lambo nonetheless. And we get to this new union hall, and I'm looking at pictures and stuff, and they're partying, and these lavish parties and shit they're showing because they have pictures hanged up in the for the I guess the hall that they built and all that shit. And I'm looking at it, and like all of them look like suit and tie people, like people from like people from the factories and shit, like CEOs and shit. And then you get down near the end, and there's some pictures of the workers and stuff, and they're having like a pizza party. While the other ones, you look at the pictures, they have the table with the cloths and the nice silverware and the looks like roast beef and shit and whatnot. And the other guys are like at a picnic getting a pizza party. The actual workers. And I'm like, well, why are they even having parties with like the CEOs and shit like that? Like that, I don't know. It's just so much stupidity that goes on with that crap anymore too. You can't rely on a union to actually represent you. And it's all brainwash stuff too. Like they get into a lot of brainwashing within the union, because I know people that have literally they've gotten taken advantage of. Like they've had their pension lowered and stuff, and squandered, in the stock market and shit. And they always have an excuse to blame somebody else, but not blame the actual union and stuff that was controlling that pension fund that squandered it away. Like I was like, how can you not, like, were you in control of it? No. Was the people that you're supposedly blaming, were they really in control of it? No. Guess who was in control of it? The union that you're part of. Why would you not blame them for their stupidity? Like they're so brainwashed into like respecting their union at no cost, not having any kind of I'm trying to think of the word, like not allowing them to have any kind of responsibilities for their future, really. I guess you could say, put it that way. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really get into that because like I haven't been part of a union technically here in, geez, I don't know, like 10, 15 years. But as far as I'm concerned, they're definitely not. The history of the union is great. They've done a lot of good things, but it's like it's been corrupted, and they kind of just throw the history out there to kind of be like, yeah, look what we did before, but now we just as long as you're able to toe the line, we'll take care of you. But if you're just some normal normal guy, you're pretty much SOL. Now this guy's putting cones out in front of me. Like, what the hell? How am I supposed to back up? I don't know. Weird security guard. Weird security guard. All right, let's go through the comments. Anybody talking anything decent? Because there was a lot of whack job comments in here. I found Jimmy. What's my annual take home monthly? I usually don't put that out here. I used to put shit. I mean, if you go back through some of my videos, you'll find it. But I don't really put it out there anymore because just for the simple fact is my my ex-wife is a bitch, and I don't feel like paying for her mortgage, and you know, I don't mind paying for extracurricular activities for my daughter and things, but so far anything that I've given her, you know, or that I'm forced to give her, it never makes it back. My daughter's not in field hockey like she wants to be because it's cost too much. I've offered to pay for it and was paying for it there, and then come to find out that she wasn't in field hockey and the money was just going to her mom. You know, so I don't really talk about what I make anymore because it's just, you know, like I said, my my first ex-wife, well, my only ex-wife is a bitch. So I'm not trying to pay for her car payments, put it that way. If she decides to go get a new car. Let's see. Shorts. Successfulent. Thinking about getting my CDL. Do you think starting out in this industry I would put over? The only way you're going to probably pull in over 80K there is if you get your CDL. See, here's the problem. There's so many big like nuclear verdicts and shit. The lawyers are totally like ruining this industry, along with, like I said, the shitty training and people not trying to be professional or going into this treating this like some kind of Uber gig. Man, I probably should lay off this. Caffeine's got me all wired. The problem is, if you come into this, you might not be able to get a decent job the first 2 years just because insurance problems and insurance reasons and shit. You might have to be over the road for a little bit. But if you can come in and somehow get with like an LTL carrier, and you know, you'll end up working a dock probably for a little. Well, the problem is the economy's like shit right now, so LTL carriers aren't really busy. So maybe you won't be able to do that. But if you can get in that and get set up with an LTL carrier and work the dock for a little bit and do driving and some training, you could make about 75 first year starting out. LTL being local and stuff, but you're gonna be on like the extra board. You're gonna have shitty schedules and stuff. For the most part, most local jobs, if you can get in them, like I said, usually have to have 2 years experience to begin with. But most local jobs, if you can get into it, you're going to be paid probably about $20 to $25 an hour, maybe 30. If you get your CDL and you get your hazmat and everything, and you have 2 years and you're able to like do somewhat tanker, or you have a tanker company that's desperate enough, you can make $50 an hour. Sheets, let me have they sort this guy get turned around, I'll get hit. All right, Sheets is paying like $42 an hour out by me. I was thinking about reinstating my hazmat, you know, getting my hazmat again, and was thinking about just giving up on this truck because the way the economy is right now, it's, you know, not really. I'm not making like barely. I'm pushing real hard to make over, let's say, 6 figures here, and that's just because the economy, because things slowed down. Like I don't haul as many loads as I hauled before. Like even Tyson's slowed down, and it's probably slowing down more because of the freaking boycott everyone has on Tyson, because, well, Tyson apparently thinks they can hire a bunch of illegal immigrants, and yeah, so there's a boycott with that too. Whenever I drink coffee, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I freaking get thirsty as shit. Coffee, like, when I feel like I drink coffee, I feel like I'm drinking like a bottle of, or a cup of liquid salt for some reason. Makes me thirsty as shit. Comments are going so quick here. There's somebody in here that's like whacked out, man. I'll tell you what, they're on shrooms or some shit. See, good morning. What makes your business on how much you make? Good morning, that's your business on how much you make. Yeah, I mean, I guess it is. I mean, I like to at least try to point people in a good direction. Like, for the most part, there's very few truck drivers, even the ones that are over the road and stuff, unless they just suck at their job, that are making less than $50,000 a year. But for that $50,000 a year, if you're doing OTR, that's pretty shitty, especially if you have a family or whatnot. If you're by yourself and you have a really cheap apartment, or you don't have an apartment at all and you live in the truck, and you can live in one of these, all right? You can. Like, I mean, like here, I mean, I just, most of you guys aren't freaking CDL truck drivers or whatever, but you can live in one of these. Like, this is a nice one, all right? So for anyone who's never really seen the inside of a newer truck, you know, we got a fridge, stuff in there. We got, you know, an actual closet. We got a second bed. I got stuff stored behind here. We got our shower bag and everything. We actually have like a TV here, a table that pulls out. All right, it slides around. There's more storage, microwave, air fryer, food up here, tons of food. I got internet right here, home internet, well, pretty much from T-Mobile, so that does the TV and my laptop. This chair pulls around, so I could actually sit in the chair and sit at the table, like, you know, like a real person, you know. So you could live in one of these if you really wanted to. If it was a newer one and it was nice, and you were like by yourself, or maybe had a girlfriend. But you got to be a minimalist. You can't pack this place full of shit. And a lot of guys, they get in here, and I don't know why, but they pack these trucks full of a bunch of junk and trash. They don't throw their trash out. Like, here, look. Here's my trash after a day or whatnot, and it goes into a dumpster. Doesn't go out in the road, goes into a dumpster, or into a trash can at the truck stop. And, you know, you can't live in one of these. All right? Like I said, it's like here. Like, look, there's tons of storage. All my cleaning products up there for the truck, and just regular disinfectants and stuff. It's just, you know, it's like living in a micro apartment or a tiny house. A decent dude by himself could easily live in one of these cleanly and stick money away. But like I said, the problem is most people that end up living in these, they just, I don't know if they get depressed or whatnot on the road, because you are by yourself a lot. But they just they stop wanting to do anything. They stop wanting to get out. That's the biggest thing you do, is just sit in the back of the bunk all day and just do nothing. You have to get out, walk around, enjoy people, enjoy life, have a meal outside the truck every once in a while. Because people turn into hermits, and next thing they start collecting things. That's usually what happens in these trucks. Let's see, David Ghost. I take home well over $15,000 per month, but I don't drive. I'm in a different part of the logistics. Yeah, well, right there. You know, there's owner-operators that can take home $15,000 a month easy. In this economy right now, with the way things are going, I mean, it definitely dropped down from probably like 60%, 70% maybe, to it's probably down in the 30 or 40% range. But it's like any other business. Some years you have you know, booms and busts. The problem is the natural flow of logistics and the economy and stuff right now are, you know, you have ups and downs. It's kind of just, I don't know what it's doing, flailing. The economy and trucking economy are just flailing around at the bottom right now. I'm hoping my audio is good. I don't know if it's coming in through my Bluetooth earpiece here, or if it's coming in through just the phone. Like I said, the reefer's on again, so all you guys probably hear is a bunch of buzzing and shit, which I apologize for. Nomadic Brit's in the house. Yo, what's up, Nomadic Brit? 20 to 25 an hour, Jesus. My son wants to get his CDL. Well, he should, but to be honest, though, if I had a younger, well, even my kids, send them to school for something. Because even linemen now, if you look at lineman applications, like I've been trying to be a lineman for like, I don't know, ever since I started working next to those guys, and they now require you to have an engineering degree. Why didn't nobody else ever had one before, and why all of a sudden they want linemen to have an engineering degree? Well, because they want to lock people out, right? What I call it, gatekeeping. They want to do some gatekeeping there in that industry right now. So now they're going to require all the linemen to have some kind of engineering degree. All right, beats the hell out of me. Why? If you study this shit, and well, obviously, if you're going to be a lineman, you're going to have to study, the engineering side of it anyway. So I don't know. Maybe they don't want to have to teach them anything. But technically, if you're going to engineering and you come out, you're still going to have real hands-on, real-world learning anyway. You can't just throw somebody that learned about electricity and just throw them out and be a lineman and expect them, to be safe and know what they're doing. So I don't know. I call it gatekeeping. That's what they're doing. So I would still send your kid to some kind of community college for something. And if he wants to get a CDL, I mean, I would let him do that at the same time. To be honest, there's jobs that you can become upper management and have to have a CDL to drive a certain like Class B truck or something like that, and it's well worth it. Like heck, yeah, if you're a lineman, you have to get a CDL. To be honest with you, so I would probably let him get a CDL. It'll be a backup if nothing happens. If he doesn't get something worthwhile in college, if he doesn't get into that, he'll still make really great money and be able to take care of his family, at least for now, until, like I said, until the self-driving trucks or something pop up. But it would probably definitely benefit him to go to community college and maybe have a CDL. Schooling isn't cheap. It comes to fun. See those trucking school. You can go to a trucking school at a community college. If you're going to go to trucking school at all, I highly suggest you go to a community college, a technical school. Don't go to some of these fly-by-night CDL schools that are popping up. You know why these fly-by-night CDL schools are popping up? They're going after the GI Bill. All right, they're going after all that the government money. They're hiring people that are just regular Joe Schmoes that don't even, maybe they have CDLs and stuff, but they're not there to really train you. They're just there to try to get you to pass. All right, they don't want to be there. They just hire. They probably, some of them screwed up that they can't drive technically for like companies anymore, and they're now CDL trainers. All right. Like I said, I would probably most likely, if you go to like a community college or a technical school, you're going to actually have somebody that has some years of experience under their belt and is going to teach you the right way. They're not just going to push you through to basically pass the test. I would love to make my own CDL school, because if I did, I would do a lot more than just teach you, how to like back and everything. I would actually set up trailers that you could run into with a shitty old trailer and stuff. Like actually teach you to actually dock into a real dock. Heck, even if you were half decent enough to get your permit, I would literally go out and we would do probably some dirt cheap loads, just dry van loads, and actually show you like, hey, you come into a shipper, this is what you do. So you're not just thrown out there not knowing how to even put fuel in the truck, like how the pumps operate and how you put your driver number in and your truck number and stuff. I would actually make a CDL school where I set you up for actually to be able to come out here and work, The trucking market is way down and continues to go down. Well, it's the economy too there, Davis. Like I said, we pretty much get hit right off the bat. When anything happens to the economy, if you want to see the future of the economy, just watch the trucking market. If the trucking market starts going to shit, the economy's going to go to shit. I don't care what those freaking people on those big name brand news channels say. They're all bought out anyway and get tons of funding. So they can't be truthful anyway either. So if you just watch the trucking market and the trucking market takes shit, you know the economy's going to take a shit. Hell, look at Tesla stock and everything. They're starting to slip and everything. Nomadic Brit, I'm a hazmat tanker yanker here. Yes, you are. Yeah, if you have anything, if you want to talk about hazmat or need anything about tanker, you know, talk to Nomadic Brit. He works with Snyder. See, David, ever seen the truck that jumped the highway and burst into flames? Ever see the truck? I mean, I've seen, like, if you're talking about videos or whatnot, I've seen tons of videos of things like that. In fact, the biggest one that comes to mind is the lady. Was she a Cisco driver? She plowed through the side of a bridge. It was hanging off the bridge here lately. Bro, that's from, I don't know what the heck he's trying to say. Ryan, it's called cabin fever. Yeah, you can get cabin fever in here easily. And it's not even, like, I wouldn't even say it's, like, I never get claustrophobic in here or anything. It's that, you just miss people. You know what I mean? You just miss, like, being around people, knowing that there's a world out there. And you're not, like, what happens is you'll get stuck in the truck here and you'll have situations and stress that arises and you just don't think there's anything else and you think you're stuck here, like, in your own little hell. That's usually what happens to people. Let's see. Okay, he's in sales. Yeah. So, okay, I sell ocean and air freight. So you know what the hell's going on. You're like, right. You can see all the BS that's happening. There, Davis. See, Adam C. I netted 6.3 million last year. Was a good year. Up 90% over the year before. Well, there you go. I'm guessing you're in sales there, Adam. Either that or real estate, one or the other. Hey, we got Russia in here. Hey, what's up? I'm surprised they even let you guys on YouTube anymore. Oh, shit. Do you worship Jesus and God? Well, isn't Jesus God? Aren't they both the same? Adam C. got a good contract with a big shipping mall chain. Changed my whole business. Got a good contract with a big shopping mall chain. Yeah, big shopping mall chain. Changed my whole business. Oh, heating and cooling. Yeah, shit. Yeah, you can make good money doing heating and cooling, especially if you're down south. My wife's one friend, she her family does electrical work, and I think they got into heating and cooling. They do all the Wawas. Anytime there's a new Wawa put up, at least in Pennsylvania, I don't know about, well, no, I know he's gone down to Maryland and stuff before, but he does all the electrical work and installs the refrigerators and shit in the Wawas. And yeah, I think they grossed like $10 million or something the one year. But it's not easy, you know. It's not easy. Plus, unless you become buddy with, you know, the people that control that, you always have to worry that somebody can come in and take it away from you too. Especially when they start doing bids and things like that. That's the only thing that's scary about when you get in with bigger chains like that, or bigger projects. Here it is, 5:23. Yes, it's about 5:30 right now. And it looks like that office, it looks like they actually got the lights on here, but apparently they ain't gonna let me. They ain't gonna let me do anything until at least 6:30. So he said stop over there in the office at 6:30. So show up at 5 and wait till 6:30. So I'm definitely gonna put in detention time here. I'll probably at least get, and they'll at least give me an hour, maybe 2 hours of detention time. So I might get $80 here, just sitting here bullshitting. Factories also, yeah. Well, you must do the big cooling units then. Do you get into like the ammonia stuff there, Adam? See, Joe, I think it's evening. No, it's morning here. Anybody want to know? It's 5:30 in the morning a.m. and I'm in Philadelphia right now. I guess this is, I don't know. Is this I don't know if this is considered, I guess, East Philly. I'm not really. I don't think this is North. They don't consider this North Philly. I'm in East Philly, I guess. I think they call this the Tioga section. Tioga section of Philly, I think this is called. It's been a little while. Duck Spears. I started in the 80s. Lived and drove across the country in a cab over. Hell yeah, the good old days. Fucking cab over days, Doc. Message held for review. So somebody said, Oscar said, everyone subbed to Jackknife TV, and yet, or everyone subscribed to Jackknife TV, and it held it for review. Huh? The security guard came out and said it's that office, and they're not going to be open until 6:30.
All right.
So I got a 5 o'clock appointment.
I got
so
5 too.
yeah, I like.
It sucks.
What'd you say?
I said it sucks.
Yeah. Well, it's, hurry up and wait. All right, I'm going to show this, Oscar. Another moderator just handled. Okay. Wheel Burner Express is in here. Good morning. Like I said, I've been at this, when the hell did I start this live? I guess around like 3:45. So I've been at this for a little bit of while, Wheel Burner. Pretty much killing time. Like I said, I showed up here at 5 a.m. I'm here at a little cheesesteak factory. And right off of American Street in Philly. And just killing time, pretty much. That's all we're doing right now. What's your scariest experience while driving? The scariest experience I ever had while driving is I was in West Virginia mountains doing sand can, which is they fill the you get like kind of like a tanker trailer. It's a Pamatic. I forget what the hell they call it. A Pamatic trailer. Here, let me tell. What are you looking for? The security guard?
Yeah, no, I'm just. Do you know if they're open or?
The security guard told me they ain't gonna be in the office till 6:30.
6:30.
Yeah, so we're all hurry up and wait, pretty much. So, yep. I know they freaking schedule all these trucks here at 5, and there ain't shit going on. These damn truck drivers are fucking frantically looking around, trying to be the first ones in. I know they if I pulled up here and I saw these trucks sitting here, first thing I would do before I even walked in and started trying to hassle everybody, I'd walk up to one of these truck drivers. I'm like, hey, what's going on here? And I'd be like, and just pretty much if the guy's been sitting here now for an hour, they pretty much know what's going on. But they run up here and they're like, I gotta be the first one in. Maybe this guy's just sitting here for nothing, twiddling his thumbs. These are the same guys that when you're trying to back up in the door, they come flying behind you, stop and open their door up, even though they're like 3 doors down. What was I saying? Oh, I was pretty much telling Will Burner my experience of what I'm doing here right now. So yeah, I've been sitting here since like 3:30 for a 5 a.m. Appointment, which apparently isn't going to happen here for a while. Where's this Adam guy at? Oh, here we go. I know I asked him a question. Yep, because all the heating and cooling needs plumbers and electricians, yes, and easy at all I've been in business for 15 years, bro. Takes a lot of people skills to get to work. Yep, to get to work. So need to sell skills. Yeah, well, you need to be a people person. Somebody commented in here in Arabic. I'm not college educated, so I can't read Arabic, but I'm hoping it says something good and not like death to anybody. See, Wheel Burner Express. Yeah, oh, you're on the hurry up and wait plan. Yeah, that's what it is. Do you smoke weed? No, I do not. I can't, like I said, if you haven't been here earlier there, they drug test us like every couple months. Sometimes randomly every couple. Shit, I've been drug tested randomly twice in a month before and all kinds of stuff. The whole earth is going to collapse. Yes, one day it will probably all collapse. Let's see. Wheel burner, crooked brokers, and shady shippers, etc., are the biggest reasons for our industry's problems. But nonetheless, well, yeah, I also think they're wheel burner. Besides them, there's also the government. There's these shitty mega carriers. There's the training. There's the mentality of people that are coming into the industry. The Uber and Walmart associate people. Nobody wants to have any pride in their work. Like I said, I said earlier here, Wilburn. I mean, you probably weren't up anyway. Um, the whole blue collar professional thing is kind of like gone to the wayside in this community here lately, or industry, you could say. What the hell? Well, at least try to read it. Industry problems. Honestly, a lot of owner operators fail these days due to poor management on their own business. That too. Well, there's nobody. Schools don't teach you how to run a business. Schools teach you how to be an employee. I thought that TC was going to run that guy over. He almost did. Let's see, Jake. I got my class. Well, he says E, so he probably says B. Looking to get. I don't know what the heck that means. I don't know what class E is. Looking to get my CDL. I figure he's saying. I think he's trying to say I got my class B, and he wants to get a CDLA. Is there any free places in the Midwest that I can go to? Well, nothing in this life is free. So, probably not. You could maybe try applying for, like I said, some local colleges in the Midwest. Maybe like community colleges might have some kind of tuition reimbursements or something like that. You could probably try. But that would be the first place I would look at. If I was going to have to get my CDL again, I would look at like a community college or a technical school or something. Let's see. Somebody just did throw up faces. Stuff I can't read again. A clean. I don't know. I'm just gonna butcher your name, so I'm gonna try to read it. Ride for Christ. Glad to see you're staying busy. Truck's been running good lately. Yeah, so far nothing. I've gotten like 40 or 50,000 miles of trouble-free. Well, for the most part, trouble-free, except for the plastic parts falling off. Let's see. Jake, okay, good, thanks. Deal. Wow, I finally caught up to the comments here after about I don't know, what's this been, about like 2 hours, just about. So 2.5 hours. There for a while, the comments were coming. I think people were coming in and having their own little conversation in here. Like some of the shit I couldn't even read was going back and forth with certain weird names and shit. Yeah, thanks there, Ride for Christ. Yeah, it's been going pretty good. I basically, the only little hiccup I had so far is just taking that week off, because it's just, the way the settlements come out and everything. Because if I take a week off, automatically right there I lose. I have 1,100. I'm behind the 8 ball by $1,100 if I take a week off. So that's when sometimes I make videos or I talk about being slave to the truck payment. Not necessarily taking a week off you're going to be a slave, but if you end up like, God forbid I had to take 2 weeks off or 3 weeks off, and I mean, I could pay it. I just if I have to pull money out of a savings account, out of the business savings account or whatnot, it's I feel like I'm failing. That money should be sitting there for bad times, and if I'm having to pull it out to make truck payments, in my opinion, you're not. You're basically running in the red. So that's basically how I get that whole saying, being slave to truck payment. And technically, I basically am. If I let this go if I take off for about 2 weeks or something, well, not necessarily. If I wanted to, I could call up PACCAR Financial, and they have like a what do they call it? What the heck do they call it? I forget what they call it. But anyway, I could put payments to the back of the loan if I had to. I don't know how many I can do. I know it's a certain amount, but I could take 2 weeks off and just put the month, ask them to defer the month payment to the back of the loan, and I wouldn't be in the red then after that. But it's just I want to get this truck paid off. All right, it's a 4-year loan. I want it paid off. In fact, I'm gonna try to. Well, along with all the other debt and shit that I've been paying for, I'd like to try to catch up on everything and get everything paid off. So I'd like to try to pay some extra to this truck here. If I could get this paid off, what we got buses coming down the wrong way of the road right now. There's a SEPTA bus driving on the wrong side of the road. Luckily, he probably even stopped at the stop sign there. I don't know how he. There's nothing blocking the right side of the road. I don't know how he ended up over there in the left lane. Just that's your SEPTA bus driver for you. SEPTA Connect. I don't know what the hell that is, but definitely freaking driving on the wrong side of the road. Let's see. Rifer can always sign on with a mega carrier to get your experience. Yep. You can always. Yeah, he's talking to Jake. Yep, you can always sign on to a mega carrier to get your experience. Hold on one second. Took care of that. Look, we got people driving on both sides of the road right now. I don't know. The security guard set up these cones over here, and I think maybe that was what it was. They thought the cones were too close, so I just moved the cones over. But I don't know. I don't know why people are driving on the wrong side of the road right now, because now they're driving on the right side of the road and on the left side of the road. I don't freaking know. Oh man, I don't know. I'm kind of tuckered out with geez, I've talked about all kinds of stuff in this chat right now. I've gone through like the downfall of the United States here, or America, and gone through some political points. Let's see, we talked about abortion there for a second. I'm kind of all out of topics here, with because there for a while there was just random. I mean, I'm probably getting my regular audience is coming in now. Is what's happening, but I was getting all kinds of questions asked to me about shit. I had somebody ask me about my religion and everything, but and usually I try not to get into those sensitive topics, because YouTube likes to just delete channels and delete lives and stuff. Here we go. We got someone else coming down the wrong side of the road here again. I don't know why they're doing it. I really don't know, because we almost just had a head-on crash here right now. I have no idea what's going on here. All I know is if there's a head-on crash, I hope I get it on record it, because like, look, I don't know. We got people still coming down the wrong side of the road here. And I moved these cones. He had the cones over farther. And, like, there's definitely a road to go down. If you look in the mirror, like, this guy's going to come down the road fine. Yeah, like, see? Like, what are we, in England today? Is that what's going on? And you got traffic coming this way. Like, I don't get what the hell's going on. That guy just drove down the right side, like, just fine. Well, if we see a big accident here, it's gonna be I don't know. I'm gonna try to record it, but like I said, that's why I thought 5 a.m. I was like, good, I'll get right in and out of this place, because now I'm gonna have to back into this little shitty dock over here. So, see the dock right there? I'll have to back into that and take up this whole street. and we got guys driving around the wrong side of the street. So, you know, you can imagine how effed up this is gonna be. Right there, right. How much loan do you have on the loan? Well, I got a year into it, so I have about 3.5 years. Right, yeah, about 3.5 years left on this loan here. There, Ride for Christ. Hi, my friend. Message held for view. See, there's a lot of these messages there. You look stupid. Oh, okay. Wow, that's freaking great. Work on your outfit. I'm just wearing a hoodie. We got showdown here with garbage truck and car here. I don't know what the hell's going on, but see, this is what I don't know. I don't know why the security guard had us sit in the middle of the road here. Like, I don't know. Like I said, as soon as buses and shit start coming down here, it's gonna be a freaking madhouse. We could all been sitting on the shoulder of the road right now, and the only reason I don't think we're sitting on the shoulder right now is because I guess these guys are parking their cars up on the sidewalk. Work on this hat. I don't really need the hat. It's a gentry hat, so it is what it is. And the glasses, I have to freaking have the glasses on, or I can't read this crap at all. It's just too damn small for me to read. You look like a nerd wearing this hoodie. Alright, well, I look like a nerd. Hello, finally a showdown. Nice job. I don't know why it's hiding these, I don't know if it's a moderator. It's like, I don't care, guys. If you're a moderator in here and somebody wants to come in here and say a bunch of shit, I mean, that's perfectly fine. I don't care. If it really bothers me enough, I'll just end up deleting it. I love Golden Ticket. Hi. Slow down as in trash truck. Oh, incident. Oh, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. See, there's a truck sitting on the shoulder there. I guess farther back. Well, shit, I think we got like 6 trucks lined up right now. So I don't know. Here at 6 o'clock, what I'm going to do is at 6 o'clock here is I'm going to probably cut this live off, and I'm going to see if there ain't anybody in that office. Even though the security guard told me to check in at 6:30, I'm going to check in at 6 and see if there's anybody in there, because like this shit's turning into it's turning into total chaos here is what's going on, and I want to be backed into this door and the hell out of here before. Like I said, there's a school behind me. I think it's an elementary school or middle school. I'm pretty sure it's an elementary school. There's a school behind me. So what? Around like 7:30, this place is going to go to hell. You're going to have all these trucks parked here. These people are going to be trying to drop off their kids, and it's going to be like hell on earth around here. So I want to make sure I get in the door and get the hell out of here. Because last time I was here, I think they had me unloaded, or I think they had it loaded. I think, was I delivering? I can't remember if I was delivering or picking up. I might have been delivering something. I think I was delivering meat for them to process. But now I'm picking up the processed meat. So they had me in and out of here in about, I think, 45 minutes or something. So that's what I want to do. I want to get the hell in and get the hell out real quick. But right now, I don't know, my attention's pretty much on all these freaking cars around here because I don't really feel like getting hit. And it's not necessarily I don't want to get hit because, you know, if they hit me, I'll get a new bumper out of it. But I just don't feel like doing the freaking accident report and all that bullshit. And then I'll have to go take a whiz test and everything else, and my whole day will be like ruined. I don't get paid for it, you know what I mean? Why people being mean to me? I don't know. I could care less why they're being mean to me. I mean, there's a lot dumber looking people out there in the world, if you ask me. You look like you're from Alabama. No, I am not from Alabama. I am from Pennsylvania. Technically, I call it Pennsatucky is where I'm from right now. Why Smoky? Nice house. I mean, that's the truck. I don't live in it, so you can't really call it my house. But I try to keep it as decent as I can. Bed made. You know, TV, microwave, and everything. I already did a little quick tour of the inside of the truck because, like I said earlier, there was a lot of people in this live that probably never did anything with trucking. I don't know what the hell's going on now. We got people honking horns and shit. I got some junk truck sitting next to me. I don't know what the hell he's doing. Man, somebody's gonna get in an accident. What's gonna happen here? This guy's moving cones. Ride for Christ. Hey, peace, Jackknife. Hope the comment section gets decent. It's all right there. Ride for Christ. What's up, Jackknife? Yep, thanks, Ace. What's up, Steve? Love gold. I'm just gonna say love. I love. Hey, holy shit! Sterling's in the house. I love. Oh, I am so sorry. People are being mean to you. They must be because mean. You do you. You are a better person. I mean, yeah. I mean, I just do me. I care less. Like I said, there's always mean people, and the way I tell my kids is the only monsters, because your kids get scared of stuff, and I say the only monsters that are real are people in this world. There are no mythical monsters. The people are the monsters, if you know what I mean. Sterling, see, I totally slept in. Oh geez, just waking up over here. He. Don Ben, who? Hi. Don, I don't know. It was somebody up here was said I look like an idiot. Work on my outfit. I don't know. It's just a freaking hoodie. How do you screw a hoodie up? You just put a hoodie on. What's because it got the American flag on it? Like I don't get it. Maybe the hat. The hat is I don't know. It's just a trucker hat. It's a Gentry and Sons hat. Gentry gave it to me. What was it? The last Mats last year. Matsy gave me a hat. Let's see, Don Von. This is the most I've ever heard you speak. Silent Bob. Oh, I don't know. I'm all wired up on coffee right now, so. Plus I have a lot to say. I just don't want to say, like, I can't say shit on YouTube. There's topics that I could bring up that'll pretty much hurt my. Like I said, it's just primarily a trucking channel, for the most part. But if I bring up certain topics or say certain things, it'll get demonetized. YouTube will come after me, and I really don't want to. I'm almost up to 14,000 subs, so I really don't want to destroy the channel in any way. Put the window up a little bit. People are gonna start honking their horns here and shit. We got about 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna cut this live. So, anybody got anything that they want answered real quick? Let's see what Sterling said here. If they're talking crap about you, at least they have. Hold on, at least they are thinking about you. Yeah, that's for sure. Kill a bread. I don't know. Kill Breeze 420. Fair enough. It's hoodie. How are you to change it? I mean, I don't know. Like, it's a hoodie. Like, how can you really screw up a hoodie? Freedom of speech right there. Yep, pretty much freedom of speech. Hello. Trucking fun to watch. I realize now. Yeah, trucking's can be fun. I mean, usually they got a lot to say. YouTube will spank you if you think you're free. Yeah, that's for sure there, Sterling. Keep the good work, let's see, there's a message for review. Alright, so like, is that, I think that's an Indian flag. Some Indian flag, put a bunch of emojis in. Well, at least Donald Trump's going to jail. It looks like he might go to jail. I don't know. I don't. To be honest, I don't think whether you like him or not. I don't. Him going to jail, I don't think is going to solve anything. I think it's going to create more problems. Because you know the riots of love or whatever that we had before are probably going to be nothing compared to like real people that have guns and actual knowledge of what might happen. Definitely might walk ourselves into another civil war here if we're not careful. Unfortunately, I mean, I don't really believe in that shit too much, but you piss off certain people that have certain values and stuff, and it's not going to be fun. I'll tell you that. Steering wheel. Politics won't solve anything this year. That's for sure. Like I said there, like maybe 2 hours ago in this live, Sterling, I said that the same people that have been running the country for the last 30 years are the same people that are still in there. They've been in the Senate and the House and shit for fucking 30, 40 years, 50 years, and they still haven't solved anything. You know why they haven't solved anything? Because they make money off of having problems, making problems for everyone. They make money off of it. It all gets embezzled. It all gets laundered into shit. You create a problem, you hype it all up, and then you say, I am the government, I am here to help and fix everything. And then you take those and you give that money, that taxpayer money, to certain companies and corporations, which then boost the stock options, which just supposedly you already bought and know all about because you're on the freaking committee or whatever. And you stick the millions of dollars in your pocket and you call it a day. And you pretty much slowly sell your country out to, corporate interest and overseas corporate interest. He's not worth all the trouble. Oh, you might think that, but apparently there's a lot of people out there that have a different thought of that, and I sure want to be on the receiving end of those people. To be honest, I want to be on the receiving end of a lot of like I said, politics has gotten so fucked up. Like I try to explain it like football. The damn reefer kicked on again. So I don't know if you can hear me because it's like I said, there's a concrete wall over here, so it's vibrating through the whole truck. Maybe if I hold the phone so it doesn't vibrate, because I said I don't know if we're coming in through the Bluetooth or coming in through the phone. Politics is like football. Like, sure, I like the Eagles and stuff, and I hate Dallas and yada 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 yada, so on and so forth. But when they do like good plays or there's a player that really stands out, I can appreciate that. Well, for some reason in politics now, we can't appreciate the other side. It all has to be my team or nothing, and it's going to slowly pull this country apart. Let's see, Sterling, did the bridge collapse mess up your operations? No, I never even really had to go over that bridge. There's one place over there that was like a meat storage place or whatever that I think I've been to once, and I've never been back again. So if I had my authority, there was a seafood place I used to do a lot of business with over there that probably would have messed up my operations. But it would just been a 2-hour out of route, and I probably would have charged more. Sterling says the sound is perfect. Wow, I'm surprised. Sounds like the phone. Okay, all right. Yeah. Well, I'm surprised with the reefer on because it vibrates. It's vibrating the whole truck. Someone has said, "Sorry, fat boy, you're wrong." I don't know who they're talking to. Maybe they're talking to me. I mean, I am kind of fat. Don't really know what you're talking about. Well, it's a nice thing about YouTube. You don't have to be in here right now, so you can just go somewhere else. In fact, we can just do this. There we go. Have you ever traveled through Arizona? Have I ever? Geez, a long time ago. Maybe back in 2013, 2014. Went through the what is that? The river. What is it called? The Virgin River Valley or whatnot pass or something. That was pretty nice. Sterling, politics has become a religion, so every election is a holy. You know what though, Sterling? Like, man, I mean, I kind of was raised Roman Catholic, and like even most of the people in there at least had some kind of a give. Like, I mean, they could understand stuff, but it's not. It's like even worse than religion now. It's like there's not even a mutual respect for each other now. It's that bad. Even though we're all one country and everything, it's just so screwed up or everything right now. So, security guards out here walking around again. All right, like 6:05, I'm gonna walk in over there. Oh man, somebody's horse died, named the Wario. Man, that sucks. That really sucks. Yeah, I'm sorry about your horse. The worst part about it, I would say, having like a horse or a large animal like that die is, you're pretty much, well, you got like a 800 to 1,000 pound animal now that's, like you can't even bury it that fast. That sucks. Sorry about your horse. Everybody, wish I Love Golden Ticket, the best. I guess their horse died. Let's see, Sterling. Don't confuse fat with, yeah, loser. Shit, Sterling. Now, Sterling, we can't get all mean at other people. I mean, they're allowed to be mean towards me. I mean, I don't give a shit. What the hell do I care about? Let's see, Stefan X. I can't remember when any politician has did anything too significant to change my day today. Well, I tell you what, they have. Not in the best way, though, Stefan. There has been a politician that's changed your day, and definitely not in the best way. Still locked?
Yeah.
Well, it'll probably be like 6:30 on the dot. All I know is I was here first, so.
Yeah.
I only have to go 80 miles away, so.
Yeah, but I came from Connecticut.
Oh, you came all the way from Connecticut, yeah.
I came up to FFE.
Yeah. Oh, so you're wasting your clock right now, is what you're doing. You're trying to get back there today, I guess.
5 o'clock.
You're trying to get back there.
You see what I'm saying? So.
Well, you're gonna hit all that traffic back up 95 again too.
Exactly.
So, because they've been doing road work northbound 95 on the Bronx. Yeah. So shit. Yeah. Yeah. Don't give a 5 o'clock appointment time if they're not there. You know what I mean? Shit. Talking to the driver and the freaking security guard there. I'm bored of this stream. Well, I mean, I would be too. I mean, like I said, this was just me killing time. Like, hey, there's worse streams. I could just do this the whole time. Or, maybe lift my boobies up a little bit and then fall asleep there with my boobies hanging out. Like most of the streams are on here anymore. I don't know why. I don't know if they get money. I guess people must donate money and shit for that. I don't know. I really wish, maybe if my boobies weren't so hairy, maybe I could get some freaking donations or something. But it doesn't work very well for me. Could you play Good Lookin' by Dixon Dallas? It's my favorite country song. I can't play anything on here because I'll get demonetized. Let's see. Somebody says, I love Golden Ticket. Laugh my ass off. He's fat with glasses. He thinks he's smart. All right. There we go. I'm guessing he must have changed his name. I'm poor too, Mr. Pickle. He's kind of boring. Well, what the heck? Then don't go freaking in this channel. Let's see, Sterling. Sorry I was mean. The world is a snowflake. dispenser. Yeah, that's for sure. Let's see, golden ticket. He did show jumping horse. He was my favorite. He had my heart. He had a heart attack. That's how he died. I mean, that sucks. This is boring. I agree. Blah 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 blah. You should be working out. I do work out. I do. But you know, you're a truck driver. Like, how much freaking working out can I actually do? I take walks and shit and everything else. I actually had a whole weight set and a freaking bench in the back there, but it's just taking up too much room. And it was winter time, so I pulled it out. How hairy? Well, like Pollock hairy, because I'm a Pollock. We're about to determine how hairy his nipples are. That's funny. Jackknife, let's go. Alright. Sterling, nipples aren't capable of growing hair. Go to school and learn. Jackknife works out with your mom. Shit. Alright, it's past 6:05, so we're gonna wind this live down. I'll read a few more comments as long as they're not like too mean. I don't want my feelings broke, because I might have to cut my wrists, you know. Freaking oh, that too, that probably just got the channel demonetized too. Can't even have like a normal conversation on YouTube anymore. YouTube, if you end up watching, or I don't know, somebody reviews it, or stupid the algorithm goes through this thing, just read the comments and you'll see why I'm saying certain things. Big question, yo Jack, big fan of your stream. Having a tough time at school, ATM, and they've always cheered me up. At what age did you stop letting your dog lick your dry at the shower? Man, these guys. Alright, Sterling, I'm going to get out of here, because I guess we must have finally came on to the little kids live here, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to end this. Thanks for stopping by. If you can, go ahead and hit the like button unless you hate my channel. And if you hate my channel, you know, that's all good too. Hey, the haters add views too. And yeah, it is what it is. So, Jackknife out.